Damon D'Amico here, D'Amico Dance Company in Houston, Texas. This is April 27, 2017. This is Jennifer Blackman. She's going to help me out with this piece that was submitted by Mr. Gilbert, right? Thank you so much, Gilbert. This was PJ Turner and Jessica Pacheco from Mad Jam 2017. So here's what we ended up doing. It's a really cool piece. It's actually at the very beginning, so if you check out that video on YouTube, you'll see that this is what they did. I'll start from this side. So he starts off with a faux rap. I'll do the whole thing first. It goes 1, 2, 3, and 4. It goes 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 stopper 3. And Jessica does this fun stuff. We're going to do a little disco. So Jennifer's going to work this down and go 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and then PJ then leads a dish rap. 3 and 4 stops her, 5 goes past her 6, 7 and 8 with some good PJ antics, and then they kill 2 beats right here. Brings her in for a toss away sugar push that's so popular right now, to an anchor, to a shoulder roll, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 rock and go, leapfrog with a prep, inside spin and stop. So after you get through that much material, the song is over. So that was quite a lot of stuff that we did in class. I'm going to break it down and then we'll end up showing it from the other side, okay? So first off, we can always just give the lady a free spin and end up with the normal hand, okay? But something that's really cool is when you keep the hand so it appears that it's going to be like a wrap or a wrap and roll, and then you use the wrist and forearm to kind of jet the lady down the slot to create a little bit of space. So as I gave her that wrap and my hand rolls across her back, I give her a little send off before letting go instead of just letting go up front. So it gives it a little bit different look and makes it cool. I am picking up the other hand, and when we go to do these hitches, a lot of people are like, how do you make her do that? It's basically a rock and go lead. If I gave her a rock and go, I would let her continue on the 5 and go forward on 6 and keep going, but she finds compression from me on the other end. So what ends up happening is a 1, 2, 3, and 4 bounce her off 5, but then I'm waiting for her on the inside. It's very important when you do this action that you gentlemen, you leaders, realize that the hand really stays more in the middle. We give her a small nudge away and then bounce her off that to bring her in, and then the hand is stopped in the middle and it does not give, so the lady finds compression right away. So she naturally goes out on the first one on the 5. I don't have to lead that. Her momentum was already going away. So she gets out to the 5, but instead of me leaving her there for an anchor and 6, I bounce her off. So it goes 5 and 6. Something else you should know, it's really important that she keeps her hand running with her arm, and oftentimes the ladies will let their wrist get soft on this, and so there's a whole lot of give there that makes the lady not necessarily feel like she's getting the compression on the inside. The other thing, you leaders need to make sure that this hand is slightly lower than the elbow, or basically at the start of the lady's rib cage, so that she finds that compression on the inside easier. So she goes away for 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. The last one is just a hitch. 1, I give her a J-hook lead like I'm going to give her a spinning right side pass, but my left hand trails her foot on 3. So it goes 1 and 2, and my hand trails, so she realizes she's going to stop when she gets to this foot. A lot of times you guys will do that cross hand. It makes it easier to slow the lady down, but he did it with the normal hand and stops her here. This is when she decided to work away for 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Jessica does a slightly different variation. She does like a combination of 3 different things right there. I urge you to watch that and pick up on any one of the 3 or all 3. Knock yourself out. Okay? So that ended up being 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. I prepare myself. From here, I'm giving her a dish rag lead from a hand that's upside down. Melinda, would you come in here real quick and show my hand for just a second? So check this out, guys. This is interesting. When you give a spinning right side pass with this hand to start, we normally have a normal connection for this, but this is upside down. There's a couple of different ways to do this. I prefer that when I give that circle right there, that I allow my fingers to turn around inside her hand, and then they will get back to the underneath side, and then they don't change again. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, and then keep turning, and it doesn't change all the way through the end of that spin. Instead of trying to keep it, if I keep it up front, I have to do this weird thing to keep it from not hurting. So it does this strange thing to my arm, not the best line that you want to see right there. So what I'll do upside down is let it turn around inside her hand until it gets to here. Then I can keep that connection the same through the end of the turn. Now you can back up a little bit, thank you. So as she gets over there to the 4, normally I would let her step away and do a workaround anchor, but in this case, I'm gonna catch her with my hand still above her head, have her turn to face me, I'm gonna pass her. So it goes 1, 2, 3, and leave that up high. Guys want to pull down on that. Notice that I didn't pull down on that to get her to stop. She was facing away from me. I used that connection to flip her around to face me. PJ then does like a 5 and 6 kickball change, really cool right here. I urge you to probably be normal. So I would say that you guys would do a 5-6, passing her 5-6. She just tracks you to an anchor on the other side, 7 and 8. Once they get there, they kill 2 beats. From here, a J-hook lead to toss the hand away to get the lady sideways for a sugar push, giving us a right to left connection. From here, I'm giving the lady a shoulder roll, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is a rock and go for 5 and 6, which is a triple. Offer this hand up high. It is a visual lead. So don't have this sneaking down here. Guys are like this all the time on this, messing the lady's brain up, almost taking her nose off her face. Why don't you offer it out here where she can see it? She does this inside spin. I catch her and close. I did my triple step to begin outside partner. I reach past her, continue backwards and give her a prep, open the door and give her an inside spin. And that's what it looked like. I'm gonna do this from which side? This side, so you can see the back side from the top. It goes 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, 3, hold 4. She goes 5, and 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Catch her 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2 without the extra 2 beats that they put in. Triple step and a shoulder roll. Rock and go. Ask for the hand. Leapfrog with a prep. Inside spin. Hit. That's what they did. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank y'all for watching. Give us a thumbs up.